about nothing but the time. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
Give me Alabama to break home.
If somebody takes what's yours, and this is our game, it's our time. And here's the guy's trying to take it from us. So that makes the shit personal.
Drum roll, please, baby. It's Sunday night Talk'n Bama. It's 7 p.m. Central Time. Actually, 7:01, but either way, we in here and in your face, baby. That's the new intro right there. I know you saw Herb at the end. That's my man right there on the bottom. He's also running StreamYard, running the ones and twos for us tonight. JB's with us as well. Stephen M. Smith, top right. And right below me, we got a special guest. A familiar face to some, and if not, you're going to get familiar with it now. I'm going to let him introduce himself real quick, my big dog. What's going on, Dom?
Man, how y'all doing, fellas? It's a great day. Thank you for the opportunity to get on the panel and to share it with you guys. I don't know if anybody in the comments know me, but I'm Damo, lifelong Bama fan, diehard Bama fan. I'm a rep Bama to the day I die.
Hey.
You know, so man, let's get into it, man. I'm glad to be here. Let's talk some ball, man.
I love it. I love it. Chat, I need you live in the comments real quick. Dale coming in with a roll tide. JB, how we living tonight, man? How we feeling, brother?
Hey, man, feeling good, feeling great. Roll tide to everybody in the chat, man. Welcome to another episode, Sunday Night Talk'n Bama. We are now in June. And
yes.
It's about to get hot. It's about to get hot for the summer. So we're going to give it to y'all. Going to give it to you straight tonight.
It's cooking up, baby. Cooking up. Stephen M. Smith on the top right there. He sees it before we all see it. How we doing, brother?
I'm just happy Fong is back with men's basketball.
Hey, Fong back, baby.
Look, I'm happy he's back with men's basketball. What I'm also happy about is what that guy Ryan Grubb got cooking with the offense is concerned. Like, Ryan Grubb got something up his sleeve. He ain't gonna say nothing about it. But that man got something up his sleeve, and I'm excited to watch this.
Hey, I've always heard, don't talk about it, be about it. So I love to see him be about it. I love to see it. Herb running the ones and twos tonight, the one and only. That man with the biggest smile, you see it all the way light up in the sky. How we doing tonight,
if people only knew what the pre-show conversations were like.
Man, what happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show.
Yo. The last thing I remember here was, hey, Herb, don't mess it up. I'm ready for a good show tonight.
That's the pep talk we give you here at Talk'n Bama. And before we get started real quick, JB, what do we need to have going in to Saban Field? What do we need?
Let them know, JB.
I know what I'm going to have going into Tallahassee 90 days from now. Title Tower. So to promote and to push this thing and to support your Crimson Tide 24/7, 365. Get you a Title Tower. Go to whitwheelsports.com. Use the promo code standard to get you a nice little discount courtesy of your favorite Bama network, the Bama Standard.
And guys, with that, if you've ever dreamed of having beautiful or natural stone in or around your home, well, wait no further, guys. They got you right here, realrockstone.com. Hit them up. They're located in Oneida, Alabama, one of the most trusted sources in the state today. And if you tell them that the Bama Center sent you, get 10% off your first order right here, guys. Make sure you check them out right here at realrockstone.com. And as we get through our wonderful people that sponsor the show, and we thank you so much for that, we're going to kick right into the show tonight. And we've been doing a lot of the ChatGPT top fives because it's created some debates. And we've hit different ones. I think cornerback may be the next one I'm hearing people talk about. I like that one. But offensive line tonight, Alabama's had some great running backs, but there can't be great running backs without some great guys blocking for them too. Every now and then you get a guy, but it wouldn't be as much without these guys here. So before we get into this, guys, I'm going to list out the top five, and then I'm going to let our guests go. JB, Stephen M, Herb will round us up right there. And what we'll do is I'll kind of list out the top five. I'll hit the honorable mentions. If you guys want to argue an honorable mention, that is cool. If you say you like the list and like the honorable mentions, which I like the list, and I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. Number 1 is John Hannah, played in 1970, 1972. He was a guard, older lineman, but one of the best that there ever was. Number 2, Barrett Jones. At 2008, 2012, that man's got natty after natty after natty season, and almost 2008 had one as a freshman too. Came up short in there. Number 3, Andre Smith, 2006, 2008, and this man was at one point, I think he still is, the highest recruit ever at Bama and was the first 5-star ever to be at Bama as well. At 4, Chris Samuels, 96 to 99. Chris Samuels was a beast too. If you don't know about some Chris Samuels, you need to look that up. A lot of people would know this name right here, Evan Neal, as of recent 2019, 2021. He played tackle, but also played right and left wherever he was needed on the field. Honorable mentions right here. This is another list you could argue for a whole another top 5. Cam Robinson, Landon Dickerson, DJ Fluker, Ryan Kelly, and Jonah Williams. And those honorable mentions are nice. If you're in the comments, guys, let us hear your top 5. Do you like this top 5? And if you got some questions or concerns, hit them there. We'll get back to you right with that at the end of the show. With our guest tonight, Dom, how do you feel about this offensive line, top 5 right here? Or is there somebody you feel like that maybe should have been in this top 5 more than what was listed by ChatGPT?
I feel like it's a great, top 5. Like you said, we can argue that Cam Robinson should have been in that top 5, but I'm actually gonna throw a name out there that I think people actually forgot about, and I'm gonna say Cyrus Quandro.
Oh, Quandro!
I think we forgot about the Quandro guys. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of our best guys.
You're right about that.
But people do forget that Bama was an O-line factory, man. We was pushing out first rounders, All Americans almost every season. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I think it's a great top 5. Like you said, you can argue some interchangeables, but hey, I don't see no problem with it at all.
See, I'm with you, Dom. I like the top 5. I think it's a solid one. Mm-hmm. I do like your take with Quandro, though. Quandro, that is nice, actually, because I didn't even think about that. That's a name that I didn't even think about until you said something there. JB, I'm wondering how you feeling about this, because I like it, but if I had a debate, I would be arguing it 2 and 3, in my opinion. No diss on John Hannah, but I feel like 2 and 3 would have my argument for 1 here. Barrett Jones and Andre Smith. I like both of them. But each his own. But how you feeling, brother?
So I'm with you, JT, and no disrespect to the OGs, right? I'm going by everybody I saw play. So John Hannah was in the 1970, 71, 72?
70, 71, 72, yeah.
Sorry, it's safe to say nobody on this panel was born back then. Even thought about it. Maybe Herb.
Herb was probably thought about. Herb was getting thought about. He was close to getting thought about.
I was close. Me and John.
That thought was pondering up, right?
So so I can't have John Hannah in my top 5 because I never saw him play. That's no disrespect, bro. If you wasn't born, you wasn't born. All right? Yeah. So, but my number 1, man, I'm gonna go Andre Smith.
Oh yeah,
Andre Smith. You know what I'm saying? Andre Smith. I like Chris Samuels. I saw a little bit of Chris Samuels. Andre Smith. I like Barrett Jones. You know what I'm saying? Barrett Jones is a good one. Matter of fact, I'm just naming 5 guys because I don't really know how to put these guys in order. You said Evan Neal. I know Evan Neal was drafted high. Man, my boy mentioned Cam Robinson. He was great. But let's not forget about my classmate back at Robert E. Lee High School, Antoine Caldwell.
Hey, you are right.
Caldwell, man. Yeah. Hey, back in 2005 to 2008, Antoine Caldwell.
Best center in the league. Best center in the SEC.
Beast, bro. It was crazy.
So I got to put Caldwell at 5, man. Hometown boy, I got to put him in there. But I mean, you can also argue Landon Dickerson was great. He coming in for what he did, man. Him and Jonah Williams too. But I got to put Caldwell in there, give him some love, man.
Yeah, he is nice. I like that call right there. And especially you're looking from that 05 to 08. Those seasons not as glamorous when you're talking about 2008 to 2012. You're gonna like Barrett Jones probably a little bit more. And see, I could definitely see that. Andre Smith was there from 06, 08, but him being such highly sought after too. That was a 5-star recruit that we had got. We didn't really get that back then. So it was different. It was kind of new recruiting that from the stars kind of was just coming out and people was learning about that. Stephen M. Smith, how do you like this? Is there a guy you'd replace, and tell me why?
Okay, so as much of a grown man and a monger that John Hannah was, I go back to JB's point. I didn't see him play. He's a monger, but I didn't see him play. So number one for me, I saw Andre Smith play. This was the first freshman to start at Alabama in the Saban era. This was the first one. It was the first one at left tackle. Andre Smith had feet that you couldn't teach. You couldn't teach that footwork. You couldn't teach those violent hands. You couldn't teach that pop and push him out and keep your core base. The guy got drafted first round for a reason. You couldn't teach that from Andre Smith. That's number one. Number two, I go Barrett Jones because of how versatile he was. The guy played every position on the offensive line. He started off at left tackle. He started off at right tackle, then went to left tackle, then went to center. Played everywhere and handled his business everywhere. So number two, off the versatility, I would go Barrett Jones. Number three, I'm going to go Cam Robinson just due to from the moment he came into Bama, he was ready.
Yeah.
Like the moment he came in 2014 from Louisiana, that boy was just ready and started every game, every season from 2014 to 16 at left tackle. Big Cam was just ready. So I'll go Big Cam 3. 4, I would go Chris Samuels there. I always go back to the dominance that he had. He and Marvin Constant would edit a lot. And then you think about, man, if my boy Sean Alexander doesn't get hurt, Chris Samuels leads him to a Heisman Trophy, or helps him get to a Heisman Trophy. So I'll go Chris Samuels 4. 5, Antoine Caldwell. That dude.
That's twice.
That was a real deal center. Like, I wanted to put LD. I wanted to put Dickerson in here. But Dickerson was good. Another honorable mention, and I thought this cat was a dog, and people forget him, William Blahos at center.
Oh, yes, Blahos, yeah.
Monster. That guy put his hands on you. Like, that dude was mean.
I'm going to tell y'all somebody, one of my favorite O-Linemen in Bama history is DJ Fluker. DJ Fluker was a straight semi-bulldozer, man. That dude was talk about huge. Like, that man was huge. I love DJ Fluker. Herb, Stephen M., was that all for you, brother?
Yeah, but those were honorable mentions. It's hard because, my guy Dom had Quanjo in there. People forget Quanjo. People forget, Anthony Steen was tough. People forget Steen. There's a lot of guys you forget. Like, Bradley Bozeman was nice.
All right, save a couple of them. Stephen M., he's about to name off every Bama offensive lineman that we've ever had.
If you don't get mentioned.
Yeah, you're right. Fluker run blocking was unstoppable. And Charles Chancellor-Mass, another good one there. Herb, top 5 right here. You heard it. Everybody's kind of squeezed in theirs. Yep. We've heard different ones. Who do you like? And would you replace somebody, and why?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep mine quick. I like the top 5. I'm gonna take 2 names out. John Hannah, even though he and I are the same age, it is before everyone else's time on here, so we have to take him out. And Andre Smith, I met Andre Smith one time ever, and it wasn't a good experience, so I got to take him out. Yeah, he probably won't even remember the story. It won't even notice that I was.
He was on our show not long ago. What was it, last year?
Well, if I told him the story, he'd be like,
"Yeah, right there. What did you do to?" Yeah,
it's like 5:00 in the morning. I was at Jimmy John's, and we were already putting the chairs up on the tables, and his crew came in. They started taking chairs down to eat. I was like, "Hey, man, we closed." He said, "You must not know who I am." But at the time, I didn't know who he was. So I was just like, I had to go back and ask somebody, like, who is that?
Come on, Herb.
His crew. So, they kept us open a little longer, ate their little Jimmy John sandwiches, and took off. So, sorry.
Man.
It's a negative. So, nope.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Great
So he gets taken off my list. Barrett Jones stays just for the AJ McCarron push. If he didn't do anything else in his career, the AJ McCarron push will keep him on my list. And I'll slide in Cam Robinson and Landon Dickerson, even though it was the year and he did tear his ACL, didn't get to finish. The man was a character. So I know he did a great job running the line, but I liked all the extra antics too as well. So he had the most personality, I think, of anybody on this list. So taking out Hannah, I'm taking out Smith. Robinson and Dickerson can slide into their spots.
And then also heard to add with that, even though LD tore his ACL, he still came back to pick up Nick Saban in the national championship game.
Still did, and fun fact, he took the last snap in that game.
Sure did.
And snapped it to Bryce Young to Neal for the national championship game. So that right there itself was a legendary move right there. We've just chatted about some of the best offensive linemen in Bama history. Also, some of these guys you can put up in the best offensive linemen in college football history. Some in the NFL, too. They've had great NFL careers as well. We like it. I like it. I like the move around. We kind of feel like we all kind of was on the same boat there. Like I said, the only name I would, if I had to move around some stuff, is I'm probably dropping Evan Neal and putting DJ Fluker in at 5'4", somewhere around there. He's just one of my personal favorites. I love DJ Fluker. So that kind of wraps that up, guys, for the ChatGPT Top 5. Leave us some comments, guys. I'm thinking cornerback. Seen some people asking about cornerback on Twitter. So if you guys want to hear a different one, let me know. We might, or cornerback DBs. We'll probably put DBs together, not just cornerbacks. But probably do DBs next week. I know Minka will be up there. I'm interested to see where Dre Kirkpatrick will be at. Antonio Langham be on there? That's a good argument to have too.
If Langham's not on there, it's not valid.
Yeah. I agree. Langham's got to be on there. I think Dre Kirkpatrick will be on there. Definitely Minka.
You gotta put. You gotta put.
I'm gonna say this.
I would
Minka
say
will
D.
be.
Milner too, though. D. Milner.
D. Milner. Yes.
D. Milner was nice. D. Milner was nice.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Deion
Blue?
Blue?
I was
gonna say Deion Blue next. Deion Blue, yes.
All right. I ain't gonna get us too off topic. We'll go on. Well, Stephen M. Smith will be naming about a third string guy from 1977 season and talking about his stats and what he did in the third quarter of the Iron Bowl. So guys, we're gonna move into the next topic, which is a hot one right now. JB pointed this out to us with PFF released an offensive line rankings right now. Obviously, we're early in June. This will change by the end of the season. But they had Bama at 1, Utah at 2, Texas A&M 3, Florida at 4, Oregon at 5. We got the picture up. This is what is kind of like do you believe it? It's where me and JB talk about this all the time in the spring. You want to buy in a little bit, but not all in, because you don't know. You're only seeing a piece right now. We're not in the fall yet. We're not playing SEC teams every week. We're not in that grind where somebody's hurt a little bit now. We're where everybody feels good and everything's good right now, okay? So this looks good on paper. Do we actually have the number 1 offensive line this year? I want to hear my man Dom's take first, and then we'll let Herb go after him, JB right there, and Stephen M will wrap us up. What do you feel about this right here? Bama, Utah, Texas A&M, Florida, Oregon. Top 5 right there is what they're saying, offensive linemen right now as a unit. This is a unit. So how you feeling about that, Dom?
As a unit, I feel like it's a good list. But speaking on us, experience wise, we can be a great offensive line. You got Caden Proctor, who's going to have 3 years as a starter. You got Parker, who's going on 4 years as a starter.
I think 3-4 years.
3-4 years. Jaden Roberts. The only thing with Roberts is, can he stay on the field? Can he stay healthy? And yes. Formby, I feel like Formby was a project, last season. But I hope that he's learned from his mistakes. I hope that he's been in the lab. And who we got playing left guard? Was it Cam that was playing left guard in the spring? Was it Cam?
Yep, Dewberry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
experience wise, I can see why they would put us number one. But like you said, JT, you got to actually see it on the field against actual SEC defensive linemen, because as we know, man, SEC it's a trench warfare. You know what I'm saying? If you can't win in the trenches, then you ain't gonna have no success. So, experience wise, yes, I would definitely agree with us being number one.
So I like how you hitting that angle right there too, man. It's like I'm kind of in the same boat with you. Let's see what Herb's feeling right here. Herb, Bama, Utah, A&M, Florida, Oregon. Hey, 3 SEC teams. I'm noticing that too right there. That's only gonna be a battle within itself because of how good the defense is too. So Herb, how are we feeling about this?
Yeah, no, and I like the angle he approached with the experience wise, because my initial thought, and I'm probably going to stick with this, I don't think you can rank us number one, not given what we saw last year and kind of the unprovenness. I feel like outside of Parker Brailsford, you still have a lot of question marks along the line. Proctor is one of our highest graded guys, but half the year we want him off the team. The other half, we happy with him. You just mentioned, with the rest of the line and the different stuff, Roberts, that's my boy. I've only bought 2 shirts for Alabama people, and Jaden Roberts happened to be one of them. So I got a vested interest in keeping his shirt around because the other player left. And now I'm I got an extra rag to wash my car with now. So, Roberts, I need you to have a good year for me. I appreciate it. But no, back to the point. I couldn't rank us number one to start the year, not based on what I've seen.
Where would you put us, sir? Top 5, though?
No, I wouldn't put it. I mean, until I see the whole line together. First off, I mean, this is like really, really jumping the gun because,
it is.
Utah
it's
number
early.
2, I'm like, really? But I need to see this line on the field. So I don't even know if I'd put us top 10 just with how we kind of ended last year and never ever getting a run game going. However you want to say, offensive coordinator, personnel, whatever. I couldn't put us like even top 10, I wouldn't think. But which is good for us, man. I would love to start outside the top 10 and go prove something.
So would you put us in the top? Would you put us in the top 15 range then? If not top 10,
I would, just because like your points you made. We do have great talent along there. We probably have some really highly. The grades for the guys that are on there are also really, really high. Like I said, especially with Brailsford and Proctor, those are 2 of your best out there anyway. So the potential is there, I guess, to be the best. And so I don't want anybody to, Herb said we weren't number one. We could be number one. But I'm saying if somebody said right now, today, rank it number one, I just couldn't do it. So, yeah. And that's really it.
Yeah, JB, how you feeling, brother, right here, man? It's a hot one here. Is Bama 1? Do you feel we top 5, maybe top 10? How you feeling, brother?
Say, man, I say all this shit premature. All the rankings are premature, but they have to do it. It's something for us to talk about, some for people to get under the comments and talk about. Now, one thing I do know is Pro Football Focus. They are very analytical. They use numbers and metrics. Yeah. They don't go by play on the field. They go by how highly rated the guys are. Proctor is top 5 pick coming in, out to the draft next year. If he stays healthy, if he plays well, he will be the top lineman to go in the draft. So you expect him to be best left tackle. Then we have the best center in Parker Brailsford coming out of last year. He's highly rated. And we also have Jaden Roberts at right tackle, who's highly rated. You remember about a month ago, we talked about the top players. Like Bama had 10 of the top players in college football, and he's one of them. So you're looking at 3 guys on the line who are highly rated. You also have a Cam Dewberry who has a lot of experience coming over from Texas A&M, played a lot of football, SEC ball, and Wooken Formby, who my man Damo says like a project last year. You expect Wooken Formby to be better. You expect him to grow. So, yes. And, I mean, a lot of experience on this line. And just looking at the other teams right there, I mean, we could be in the mix. But to piggyback off what Herb said, no, man, I don't think we're number one. I mean, looking at the metrics and the numbers, possibly. But play on the field, too premature to notice. And we gave up so many damn sacks last year. I will be scared.
And touchdowns called back because of the O-line, bro.
Yes.
Talking touchdowns called back, man.
Yeah,
Good God Almighty.
All right, JB. So if not top 5, right? Where would you initially rank us? Like top 10, top 15? Where would you put it?
I'll probably go top 10. Cool, about 9 or 10. You know,
Okay.
and you know it's because this is really preseason ranking. You're thinking about it, preseason ranking. Now we coming out there and we stonewalling everybody now. About week 4 or 5, I'm ready to wave the flag again. I'm ready to wave my title towel.
Yeah.
With about 14, 17 points and run through everybody else. Hey, so I mean, but all in all, man, I say we're gonna have to look at this. How well do the running backs, you know, how well do they run? How well do we keep whoever the quarterback is upright and cut down on the penalties? I think this is a good group. I'm not ready to say all the time great or top 5, but I will say top 10.
I like that, and that's a good position to be at right now because keep in mind we're talking in June 1st right now, so very early.
90 days, bro.
I get that. Yeah, 90 days. We're 90 days away. Stephen M. Smith, how you like this right here? Again, Bama, Utah, A&M, Florida, Oregon. Very premature right now, but how do you like this list and how we feeling?
I wouldn't have Bama at 1. I would have Bama at 7. So the reason why I would put Bama at
Very
7,
specific.
I would put Bama at 7. So here's what is behind this. Here's what is behind this. The talent, the potential's there, right? JB mentioned it. You have Caden Proctor at left tackle. Everybody's looking at him to have an All-American season, possibly be a high first-round draft pick, 2026. Parker Brosford has established himself at center. One of the best, if not the best, center back in college football. Jaden Roberts is a dog. All that you're asking him to do is stay healthy at that right guard spot. The question I have is the coaching aspect, which is the mesh between Ryan Grubb and Chris Kaplick. That's the main deal here. Because when you look at the offensive line coaches Alabama has had, since guys like Joe Pendry and Kyle Flood and Mario Cristobal, who has Bama had? Doug Marrone was trash, got awful. Then you brought in Eric Wolford. You thought he would be something, going back to Kentucky. Now you bring over Chris Kaplick. He's got to be able to mesh with Grubb meshing with him, and now you got to put your offensive line in situations to succeed to where you're mashing these defensive players to get this run game going, but you're also keeping your quarterback upright as well. The talent's there, but for me, this comes down to the relationship of Grubb and Coach Cap. Can they have this offensive line running through people? But I would have them at 7.
And
Stephen M., that's a good angle. Go ahead.
Too, though, if I can, I want to add something.
Go ahead.
Especially what JB and Herb said when it comes to on the field play, it's the talent is there, but at the same time, who is going to step up and replace Tyler Booker? You know, who is going to be that physical,
good question,
vocal, you know what I'm saying, dog leader up front for us. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyler Booker brought a lot. People don't know, but he brought a lot to what we had going up front. You know, he was the big dog up front. You know, he set the tone up front. We already knew that if Tyler Booker was coming out on Saturdays and knocking folks' head off, it was going to be a great Saturday for us. So that's the biggest question that I have. Like, who was going to step up and take that leader role now that Tyler Booker is gone to the Dallas Cowboys?
So Dom,
shout out T-Book.
So Dom, the guy that Alabama has for that role is Cam Dewberry.
Okay.
They are looking at Cam Dewberry to fulfill that role at left guard. And Cam Dewberry feels like he has a voice on this team to voice being in that role. He wants that role. So that's the guy that has been targeted by Coach Kaplick and by Ryan Grubb. This is your role. We lost a dog in Book. He in the NFL now. You got to step into that spot. So Cam Dewberry's been tapped to step into that spot.
Okay.
Now, Steven, I would like Jaden Roberts to be in that spot because he's been here 3 years.
So JB, so here becomes the question then. Do you put Roberts at left guard where Booker was and slide Dewberry to right guard?
I don't know about all that. I'm just saying the vocal.
The vocal, yeah. JB's more or less saying like JB saying you play your position, I'll play my position. But
I'm saying
we need a vocal.
Jaden's gonna be vocal regardless. He gonna be vocal regardless. I think they both have a role in that because they both gonna talk. They both gonna bring that boom, that energy. They both gonna bring it. So my thing goes back to Coach Chris Kapovic. You are the offensive line coach. You were hired to have these guys blow through everything moving. This is your role here as the coach. You got to get that done because the previous two did not, and they're no longer in the program. So you, Coach Chris Cap, you got to have these boys looking like they finna eat everything up and get these backs moving and this quarterback throwing this football.
Hey man, I like how Stephen M is saying all these coaches was trash because Stephen M is coaching the O-line at Pell City, man. So he is right now going to be the coach in waiting.
And I'm going to have these boys at Pell City ready to rock. Yeah.
Hey, so while we talking about that, to cap it up real quick, guys, I think everybody's saying that Bama has the potential to be number one. It's too premature right now. I like the points Dom makes. I'm kind of with that too. I think obviously, I guess I have a lot more faith in our O-line this year. I feel like that is, I'm not even worried about it. I'm hoping that ain't the one that's going to bite me in the butt. But I feel like with Ryan Grubb being there, that was something he addressed first. We talked about that last week when we talked about the Ty Simpson question about him leading us to a natty. Former offensive line coach, first thing he did when he got to Bama was address the offensive line because it don't matter who I pick at quarterback if my quarterback don't have time. So that, to cap that off there, Grubb being here at Bama is big because that's going to help that legit have a shot to have the number one offensive line group. And to wash our hands with that one, guys, it's a little early. We're going to come back to this video and see this real quick. I'm loving all the love. Look at Stephen M's getting some great breakdown takes right here, guys. I love you, Stephen M. Great to see you, Stephen M. And Stephen M's always on the show. You can catch him on Mondays as well, guys.
Hey man, it ain't about me, man. It's about the pilot. My boy heard.
Oh, stop. And William Morris, thank you for the super chat, man. We appreciate you for the super chat.
Thanks for that. That's $1 for everybody on the chat. That's $1.
Everybody on the chat, baby, or everybody in the panel.
Give it Damo. So much, you get $1 too, brother.
And Damo in a billion, yes, sir. So, why don't we switch gears real quick from that, guys? If you got any questions or want to ask us a question, leave those in the comments. We're going to double back on that. In literally 3 minutes, I'm going to probably put it on the clock, or actually 4, because I'm going to give everybody 1 minute to go. It's going to be a super rapid thing right here. We got to get the questions and get this thing rolling. But start time for the first 3 games. Do we have a trap game in here? That's the early trap games for Bama right here. And the reason I say that is FSU is 2:30 Central Time. Louisiana Monroe is 6:45 Central Time, first home game. And then Wisconsin, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So what that means is that's 3 different times we're going to play. Obviously, back-to-back weeks. A little bit different. Is there a trap game in those first 3 right there where we're like, okay, we're good, we're not good? I want everybody, we're going to start with our guest. We'll go Stephen M, JB, Herb, and that'll wrap us up on this one right here. And then we'll get to the questions and questions after this. JB or Dom, trap game in here for Bama.
I'm going to keep my answer short, simple, and to the point. I see no trap game at all. I think we run through
that all man confident.
I think we run through all 3 of those teams pretty handily, and then we see y'all in Athens. That's how I feel.
SEC, baby, after that.
Yep.
All right, Stephen M.
I don't see a trap. I mean, you take care of Florida State, you take care of ULM, you take care of Wisconsin. That's at home. So I don't see a trap there.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm more worried about this one than y'all was worried about the line. Okay, JB.
I'll help you out, JT.
okay, JB.
Man, I was gonna say Wisconsin just because of the time, the 11 a.m. kickoff, and it's the game right before we play Georgia. But we beat the brakes off Wisconsin last year. We went to Wisconsin and beat them early too. We played them at high noon, and I remember beat the break pass off of them. So with them coming to us, I'm looking at first home game, 6:30 p.m. kickoff. I love it. We get to see the light show in Bryant-Denny, Saban Field. I will be there. But the Florida State game, we better be ready for that, though. I don't want to say it's a trap. I just want to say y'all better be ready because you already know Gus is going to throw the kitchen sink at us first game. So
their defense is improved. Their defense is improved.
I say be ready for Florida State more than anything. And the two home games will take care of business.
Okay, Herb. Anybody gonna scare us here?
I don't know about scared, but I got to go with the Florida State game. The time, the heat. Raj and I will be there. Last game we were at didn't go so well, so you just got certain factors that are working against you. First game of the year, huh?
I'll be there. So
maybe you'll cancel out our negative. Okay, so JB will bring us a victory, but other than that, man, that's the one. Plus, beginning of the year, your offense is a little behind the defense, and you just kind of never know. And like you said, Gus is going to throw out plays that he's not going to use the whole rest of the year in this one game. So it could get a little crazy. I think we pull away with the win, but that's one of those, if you start too slow, I think it could catch you.
Yeah. So basically what I'm hearing for the panel is I don't give a piss about nothing but the tie, baby. Nothing but the tie. I'm loving it, guys. Loving the energy. If anything scares me, I'm with JB. 11 a.m. Wisconsin game. I don't like 11 a.m. games.
No.
But we showed up last. We showed up last one. Like we showed up on the road. So like, there's no excuse why we can't show up at 11 a.m. at Bryant-Denny. Like, there's no way we can't do this at home. Do our thing. The only thing that does scare me a little bit, like you said, we're also another underlining factor. We're going into FSU, not just the easiest place to go play either. They're going to be rowdy. And we're going to be trying to figure out who's playing quarterback for us. Because whether Ty Simpson wins it or not, he can also lose it in that first game too. Look at let's run back to Blake Barnett. Let's run back about 10 years ago. Blake Barnett, he was the next Marcus Mariota. You heard that echo for a whole year. This the next guy. It's the next Marcus Mariota. He came right out of there from where Marcus Mariota's from. This the guy. This the guy. And then deer in the headlights. Jalen Hurts comes in, and we know what happens after that. Bama goes on a legendary run at quarterback. But that'll kind of wrap that up, guys.
Real quick.
We'll get to the – what's up? What's up, bro?
Oh, we move on. I'm glad you mentioned that. And this is a question, just quick question right here. Let's say Ty Simpson is starter. He struggles first quarter, first half. Do we see Keelan Russell or Austin Mack come in the Florida and take it?
I will say
What's
this.
the score on this struggle?
I'll say this.
Yes.
I will say this.
7-9.
If that were to happen, I go back to the spring. Brian Grubb said Key Russ is unflappable. They can't phase that kid.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, yes to that.
Play ball in the highest region of high school ball in
Duncanville, Texas, baby.
I would not be shocked if
JB.
I hope he doesn't, and I hope Ty doesn't struggle. I hope he doesn't. I would not be shocked if it happens. Grubb calls over Key Russ. Hey, bro.
Hey, that's the topic for next week. That's it. Hey, hold up, Stephen M. Hold on. I like that. We're gonna bring that back next week.
It's hypothetical. I'm not wishing it. I'm not wishing it.
No. I'm not either.
It's a legit thing to talk about because, like what I just said, we're about to go to FSU 2:30. It's gonna be. They're gonna be rowdy. It's gonna be hot. Things can happen. We're talking about Blake Barnett and looking like that in a neutral site game too. Right. Was not even a true away game. Yeah. So now we're going to be in the thick of the fire down there in Doak Campbell.
And look, JB, remember, DeBoer said himself, we want the whole room to be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, and that's why. That's why you want the whole room to be good, because if Ty comes out and struggles any bit or there's just some type of issue, Russell's going to come in or Matt, and I'm going to tell somebody else something real quick because people were hating on Austin Mack. He's getting left out of the argument. It is what it is. I will say this. Since Bryce Young's been our quarterback, The pass he threw Rico Scott was the best pass I've seen Alabama quarterback throw.
That was a dot.
That was a dot.
We're talking about a pure pass. I'm not talking about the 431 play because the magnitude of that play, I get it. I'm talking about just pure straight pass. I mean, dude, Rico didn't have to do nothing but this. Like, and it was
right
there.
in the bread
That was a long handoff, is what they call that. Tom Brady used to get said a lot about him. He does nothing but long handoffs because he puts it in their stomach. So that play right there, I'll say, like, Austin Mack has a cannon. Yeah. He's 6'6". He is the size of Cam Newton, basically. Like, he wouldn't be – I'm not advocating for the man. I'm saying that we're not in bad hands, okay? We don't have the tuba player coming out to back up, okay? Like, we have some great guys in this backfield behind.
Why are we hating on the tuba player all of a sudden?
I just threw it out. It just came out top of my head.
Oh, guys,
We love the tubas. We love the tubas. No hate on the tubas. All right?
Hey, you want to know something, JB? Also, to answer your question, if we come out and Ty Simpson does struggle, I do expect them to put Keelan in there, especially with how they spoke on him during the spring. But also how anxious he was to get to Bama, and get, in the offense and get on the field. So I think we will see Keelan Russell if Ty Simpson struggles.
And keep in mind that you're going to see Keelan Russell at least 4 times this year. Because you can play him in 4 games. You will see him 4 times. I don't care how you do or how you may. You do probably want, if you can. Now, obviously, if you can, you want to try to redshirt him.
Yeah.
All right, this year. If you can, because this will be the only year you can. But if you can, this will be a good time. And then you redshirt them, and then you kind of go with after that. And we can let things develop after that. Right. That'll kind of end up the show tonight, guys. But before we go, Dom, this is something we do right here too. We had questions. We don't have we have a few tonight. What we'll do is we got about 3.
Yeah, we got about 3.
I will I'll let JB, Dom can hit 1, and then Stephen M can hit 1, and then we'll me and Herb will just chill out on this one right here. JB, hit this first one for us, brother.
Oh, my man Ephraim, what's going on? Is a 9-game SEC schedule necessary, or would you rather see Oregon, Ohio State, Clemson, etc.? Man, tough question right there, my brother. I ain't got no problem with the 9-game SEC schedule. I mean, to be honest, you added more teams in there, might as well. But what I will say, and I've heard rumblings, do not get rid of the rivalry games. Don't get rid of the Tennessee, LSU, and the Iron Bowl. Don't get rid of those games, because I heard I saw it somewhere. They say if we go to 9-game SEC, they may get rid of some of the rivalries. I don't want to see that.
JB, so what I saw was this, and somebody took it out of proportion, and it blew up. Greg did say that if we went to 9 games, he would not be able to commit to each team having, and he said possibly having 2 or 3 rivalry games. Now, what that means is this: the Iron Bowl's locked. Okay, Iron Bowl's locked. Now you're going to be looking at Tennessee or LSU, us not having that game every year. They would not take away the Iron Bowl. They would not take away some of them games. The Florida's going to play Florida State. Georgia, I know that's out of the SEC. Georgia's going to play Georgia Tech. You're going to get all these Texas. Well, I still think Texas-Oklahoma should be the last game, but Texas A&M that's a
Texas Oklahoma has never been their last game though.
I know that. I know it's never been, but still, and I know it's like a good mid-season rivalry where everybody gets hyped about it, and it is, it's good. But imagine having the game, the Iron Bowl, Red River rivalry, the Florida State. Like, oh my gosh, dude! Like
we're gonna have to lose one of ours. That's one of the last things Saban argued against us. He was like, "We're gonna have to lose." I know we keep an Auburn, but he said, if we're switching this thing up, like, we're not keeping Tennessee and LSU, because he didn't like.
Well,
that.
in my opinion, at that point, you let LSU. You let LSU bounce, in my opinion, because it's deeper rivalry with Tennessee than LSU.
I think it's a more competitive rivalry with LSU.
As of late, I was just about to say her, but in your favor here, the last 20 years definitely has been Alabama LSU, and that you can argue that in the college football landscape, not just SEC. You can argue that.
Even last season,
them 2 teams played for a natty in 2011. In the BCS era, they're the sole reason the playoffs was pushed to be invented.
And then on top of that, those 2 teams that between the 2011 game between Bama and LSU and the 2019 game Bama and LSU, over 150 players got drafted from those two games.
It's always talent, man. And speaking of like LSU, man, when we play, it's always something on the line. Like either a championship or last season, it was a winner goes to the playoff and the loser gets knocked out of contention. So it's always something on the line when we face LSU, man.
Yeah.
That is true. Pull the next question up, Herb, and we'll let Dom go for us on this one. Dom, hit this one from William.
Would a running game be much improved? Well, I'm going to go back to what we talked about earlier with the offensive line. Now, if the offensive line is as good as like they're making it out to be, the running game should be no problem. But, I mean, like JT said, any game plan you have or anything like that, it's not going to work if you don't have those guys up front, you know. So if our O-line is on the same page and clicking on all cylinders, then I think we should have a fantastic run game. But if not, it's gonna be a long season for us.
I agree 100% with that, Dom. Great take there. I agree 100% with that. Stephen M., wrap us up on this last one, brother.
All right, this is Marcus Hunter. Is this going to be a learning season? Or are we past that? I don't think this is going to be a learning season. I think we passed that. I think DeBoer having Grubb back, the comfortability is going to go through the roof. The continuity is going to go through the roof. So I think offensively, this is going to be something to see here. The question I want to know is how quickly out the gate does Ryan Grubb have this offense humming? Because if Bama go out there and hang 45 on Florida State, I'm like, oh okay. All right.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I think this is going to be y'all must have forgot that we Alabama season.
Hey.
Okay.
This is going to be
what?
Yeah. Y'all must have forgot.
Dom, you know what? Not only did I see that on offense, but defensively. The last time Bama played Florida State and Florida State came down there talking, remember, Reuben Foster and them boys took DeAndre Francois out the game.
And they to him, boy.
I mean, I'm just saying that was the last time that these two programs were on the same field together.
Hey, look, I'm gonna add that to you. Since that game, Florida State has not been the same since.
It took them like 5 years just to get back to anything.
And then they cry babies because of everything that happened with that season and everything with how that ended up, and then Georgia walked them, and we know that story. But we don't get into that too much. That's it for tonight, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. Before we go, though, guys, I'm gonna pass the mic around. I'm gonna let our guest speak first. Dom, let the people know where they can find you at, where they can follow you at, and any type of info you got coming out or people you want to tune into, brother.
If y'all want to talk ball with me or connect with me, interact with me, I am mostly on TikTok. Y'all can follow me at Damo Reacts. That's DOMO_REACTS. Damo Reacts. That's where I'm at. That's where you can find me.
Hey, Damo, cool question. You ever go live on TikTok?
I don't, but I'm getting to that point where I'm
check this out, man. I'm gonna talk to JB too, because we got a couple different pages. I'll get JB on with us too. Herb's got one too. We could do a little TikTok kick one night too. That's why me and JB JB had his own thing before that, but we started Talk'n Bama out on TikTok at first. It was a TikTok show, and then it got brought out more and more, and then it kind of where we are now. And I kind of saw you and thought the same thing, man. You doing your thing over there on TikTok, man, and keep doing your thing, brother.
I appreciate that, man.
Keep doing your thing, man. I like your work, brother. And also, guys, get familiar with him, man. We might have him back on some this summer. We're gonna bring him back for the season. My man seems like he likes Bama ball a lot, and that's what we like here, man. That's what we like.
And he know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
I was just about to say,
man. It's always
man speaking with facts. Man speaking with straight facts in here. JB, let the people know what you got going on, man. Where they can find you at and all the good stuff, brother.
Man, y'all can find me here on Sunday Night Talk'n Bama with this panel right here, man. Salute Damo for joining us tonight, man. Also, go to Sports Talking with JB. You see it right there on the hat. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter, young_ENT_. And I'm just ready for football, man. 90 days before we kick some FSU ass. Belt to ass. And I'm ready for it, bro. Yeah. Ready for it.
Stephen M. Smith, brother, where can people find you at? What you got going on? And Bama Vision tomorrow morning?
Oh, yeah.
You on a roll, man. You on a roll, bro.
Go on ahead, man, and get your pancake and everything. You know, we already took it over Stephen A. Smith in that first take mess. You know, with Bama Visions right here, 9 a.m. We got the great pilot man, Herb, who keeps me in line as I'm trying to navigate this stuff here. But yeah, 9 a.m. Bama Vision. You can find us right here. Of course, Tuesday is the Bama Standard Show. Those guys do a phenomenal job. Justin Riley, the whole crew there. I don't know how Steve Brown is going to annoy Marvin Constant this time. We'll see how that goes. And, of course, Sunday, I'm with these guys right here, Sunday night Talk'n Bama. But this season, Pale City High School, we got a tough 6A schedule. But I think we're going to be able to maneuver through that. We got some teams that we got to get some revenge on because we took some losses to them teams this past season. So we got something.
Got a little bit of a revenge tour coming up and a revenge tour at Bama coming up. I was just about to say, got a revenge tour coming up at Bama too this year. Herb, with that beautiful smile, man. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Man.
Well, you know, start my week off right every Sunday night Talk'n Bama. Then Monday morning, like Stephen M. said, on Bama Vision, just kind of running things from behind the scene, making sure you don't cuss anybody out or say anything too crazy. We have a crazy limit from 1 to 10. We let them be about 7 or 8. Then, of course, the Herb and Raj podcast every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central. Also streaming right here on the Bama Standard Network, so you don't have to look hard to find us at all. So, and then check us out, Herb and Raj podcast on YouTube. And then, like I said, we're on Twitter and starting to get a little bit more on TikTok so I can keep up with these guys right here. So, appreciate everybody.
Yep, guys, make sure y'all check Herb out. You guys can check me out at I am Jay Glaze across all social media platforms. On TikTok, we are almost at 240,000 followers now on Roll Tide Nation. Keep joining in, guys. We're going to bring back some TikTok live soon, so if any of you got TikTok, make sure you're following us at Talk'n Bama on TikTok, and make sure you're also following Roll Tide Nation on TikTok. We'll probably do something here soon. Her's birthday is tomorrow, guys, as well. My man is turning 21 tomorrow. He's turning 21.
You went about 20 to me.
He's 21. He's counting backwards. It's like 21 minus 50, like or something like that. 50 minus 21 or something.
Appreciate it. Well, I told you I grew up with John Hanna though, so I can't be in my 20s.
He did say that. And I know if you grew up with Hanna, then my pops is around that age too.
Hey, Herb, happy birthday, Unc.
Appreciate it. Have I got to the age where I get up now? Man, that's a milestone.
JB, I found out, JB, we're big bro. We ain't level yet, JB. We like big bro level. Is what they said our level is. We call big bro. So we big bros. But guys, thank y'all for joining us. It's been a great show for Talk'n Bama. Next week I will not be on, guys. I apologize. My daughter's birthday. I will not be on. JB will be leading us off as the host. And we might see if Dama wants to come back and fill in a spot next Sunday night.
Hey,
we'll talk to him and see.
Even a question, man.
We're gonna cook up next
Not
week.
even a question. We're gonna bring him back on next. He can fill in next Monday or next Sunday. Yeah. We'll bring him in, guys. So
gumbo next week, baby.
JB's gonna lead us off next week, guys. Make sure y'all join in for the show. As we head out, make sure you get yourself a title tower. Dom, we got to get you one soon, man. We got to have these, man. Got to have these right here.
Got to get one of those.
Great sponsor of the show, guys. We heading out, guys. We don't give a piss. Oh, hold on real quick. Hey, talking about the safety on the official visit right there. They're saying, I think that's, between us and Oregon. So there's going to be a lot of battle right there with that real quick, Daniel. I wanted to answer that for you left. I literally saw some on it today. Us and Oregon's in a big battle.
Anybody that's in the chat, in the comments, if you have not been on Bama Recruiting, we had a huge weekend.
Huge weekend.
So we had Hey, when I say we have stars on stars in the building, you have got to give Caleb DeBoer and his staff
Kenny
their
Darby
credit, man.
too.
Agreed.
They doing
Somebody
their
to look
thing,
at.
man. So hey, expect some big recruits, coming wearing that
Next
crimson.
week,
That's
you
all
know
I'm gonna
what?
say.
That's what we might be talking about next week. Yep, Bobby in there too. And that's gonna be. There's a couple guys. We'll get into that next week probably though. I'll let JB and them. I won't be on. I'll let JB and them come on.
Hey, we got a lot of recruiting videos on the network. Y'all just tap in. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of recruiting videos.
We have a ton of them from Jonathan on this network right here that's plugged in, actually talking to the recruits, actually DMing the recruits and having conversations with the recruits, and then talking with them about the videos and getting them on. So go to the video section on the network. Check them out, guys. We're out of here. Won't give a piss about nothing but the tie, baby.
Whoa.